Hello and welcome to Carb Addict, now Carnivore. And I am so excited today to welcome Ryan Murphy, Against the Grain, to the broadcast. Welcome, Ryan.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's great. Thank you for being here. I love your channel name, Against the
Oh,
Grain.
thank
I
you.
mean, it just has so many layers, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
It's something that I changed the channel name about 6 months ago now almost. When I started posting about the carnivore diet and what it did for me. Because it just aligns with everything I do here on the farm, all grass fed, grass finished, everything, no grain, no nothing, for me or my animals. And then hey, I do stuff differently, so it just connects on a whole bunch of, like you said, a whole bunch of different levels.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you were doing Against the Grain, like feeding grain to people and animals. There's another layer I didn't get.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me about your starting of your carnivore journey. How did you get going?
Is actually a year ago, 3 days ago. Um, Jumped on the scale because I was like, I'm not, I know that I'm not in the shape that I want to be in. I had no idea what the scale was going to read because I just didn't care for a while and just didn't think to do it. And number blew my mind. It was 286.6, and I went literally. I looked at the scale and I went, oh hell no, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I'm 13.6 pounds away from 300. That's not happening. I'm 6'3", so carried it okay, but I looked didn't feel good. That's not healthy. So I knew I needed to make a change. I heard about the carnivore diet probably a year before. I think I was watching a Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson something or whatever, and I went, that's a little bit extreme. But when you see 286.6, when you've never seen anything like that before in your life, maybe it's time for extreme. So I said, all right. I didn't know, I jumped off the scale. I didn't do any research. I just watched a little bit of what they said, and they said it's an all meat diet. Cool. I like meat. I don't like vegetables. I don't like salad. It's easy cleanup, easy, everything. As soon as I jumped off the scale, I went to my refrigerator and my pantry and I threw everything away. I threw everything away. And I said, okay, I guess I'm going to the store tomorrow and picking up some meat. Didn't Like I said, didn't know what I was doing. I picked up some New York strips, some ground beef, and just said, okay, here we go, and we'll see. Whatever. First day, fine, a little hungry at the end of the day. Second day, awful, 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 awful. First 2 weeks actually, really, really, I mean, really bad.
Mm.
Um, the second day, I was dizzy, I lightheaded, couldn't focus. I felt like I was going through a withdrawal. Some sort of like a sugar or carb withdrawal or something, because like I felt shaky. I felt weird. And what was my diet beforehand? Shoot, I try and do everything as efficiently as I can out here because I'm extremely busy. Um, I was eating Jose Ole taquitos. That was my main thing. Put it in the microwave, pop it in, and I'll eat the whole box. Then whatever for lunch, and that was my time is everything to me. So I was like, I'm moving a lot. I'm moving a lot on the farm. I justified it to myself. Okay, I'm burning off it. No, I wasn't. Um, but the first 2 weeks are awful because I'm switching from crap to good food, and then I didn't realize there's a few things that I would have done differently looking back now. So I would have started off with a 2 or 3 day fast for sure, because then it kind of resets you. I probably would have felt better from not eating anything for 2 or 3 days than just eating meat. And then I really wasn't salting the steaks or whatever. I was just putting it on there because it's all meat. I don't know what you need to do. Blah blah blah. I just put. Then what's it called? I up the butter a lot. Up the salt. I would take pinches of I just use the Himalayan sea salt and I'll put it underneath my tongue. And I felt better because during that time it was all meat, right? And, what I felt better when I ate bacon. Funny enough. Well, looking back, okay, what is bacon full of? Salt.
Mhm.
So yeah, I felt better from it. But after the 2 weeks, started doing more research, because the first 5 days, if I didn't jump on the scale within the first 5 days and I saw I was down 7 pounds, I would have quit. There was no way. I was in bed. I felt awful. Didn't feel good. I said, there's no way that I continue this. But hey, 7 pounds gone. I think it was like 297, something, or 279. To watch that second digit change is kind of cool, right? So I was like, okay, well, it's working. I bust through it. You'll get used to it. You'll adapt. um I started eating chuck steaks. uh those saved me big time, because I mean, the way I describe them is they're a poor man's ribeye.
Mm-hmm.
Ribeye going for anywhere from 24 something a pound to what, 30, 40 something dollars. Crazy, right? Well, I can eat a chuck steak for like $6 or $7 and tastes like ribeye, and it cooks within 5 minutes. And my whole eating and cleanup and everything, because I was only eating one time a day. I still only will eat one time a day. It takes me like 12 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Now salt it, pepper it, throw some garlic, onion powder on it, oregano, flip it once, done. Tastes good. I'm on my way. Um, I've probably eaten well over 300 steaks now, in the last year. And shoot, after the first 2 weeks felt better, felt great. In 6.5 months, I dropped over 100 pounds.
Wow.
So it was like, this is working. I'm doing right. There's days where I start feeling bad. What was my calorie count a day? It was a pound of chuck steak, which is around 1,100 calories, and I'm doing a lot around the farm. I usually have an Apple Watch on, but I take on average like 22,000 steps a day. Doing some physical stuff around here. I work out almost every day now. So yeah, it dropped off pretty quickly for me. I got lucky. um Everybody, when I first started doing it, I didn't tell really anybody. After I dropped like 50 pounds, everybody's like, what are you doing? Are you sick? Something's wrong, so I had to tell them. And I said, my mom goes, what's your cholesterol? What's your cholesterol? Well, I had a blood work done, and shoot, everything perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So 6.5 months, 100 pounds. I haven't really lost more. I went from 286.6 to the lowest I got was 181, but I'm 6'3", and that's almost too low for me.
Yeah.
So I'm somewhere in the range between 180 and 185 for the past 6 months. So I've been able to maintain it.
So you went right to maintaining like 6 months, and you're in maintenance now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I
Pretty
don't want to lose
incredible.
any more. I'd like to put, I mean, ideally, I like to put on maybe 15 pounds of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm getting stronger. I feel great. I have all the energy. I go from 7 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock at night
Mm-hmm.
doing something. And yeah, it was a blessing.
Fabulous. Yeah, really great. So what are you doing now that you're in the maintenance? Everybody's talking about this. So this is a really good question. What do we do when we get to the weight that we want, or that we are?
Well, as soon as I hit 250, I like to set like little goals for myself. As soon as I hit 250, I started having a cheat day a week. Like Saturday, I'd go eat literally whatever I wanted. Um, you know, Burritos to pizza to I'll go eat a whole pizza, no problem. Um, on my cheat day, and that helped me kind of make up for the calories that I was losing, because I mean, on an average day, I burn like 3,500 calories according to my watch.
Mhm.
So that's about a pound. Um, and I have to be able to take in, I have to be able to take in to be able to maintain. I've messed around with a few things, because there was a point there a couple months ago to where, like, okay, I started feeling bad again, and I'm going, what's going on? I started, okay, do I eat more? Um, Kind of narrowed it down. I processed some of my pigs right around that time here, and I started, okay, if I'm going to eat more, I'll have a chuck steak and a pork chop. I'll have a chuck steak and some ribs. The pork killed me. It made me like, I have two torn rotator cuffs and I need Tommy John surgery on my elbow.
Mhm.
And what I noticed is when I ate pork, my shoulders would crack, my
Oh.
elbow would crack more, and I just felt bad. I did not feel right. And what I attribute that to is that, even though I raise the pigs here, pigs can't survive just on grass. They're not ruminant animals, they're omnivores, they're like us. So I
Mhm.
gave them, you have to supplement them. The main thing is grain. It doesn't matter how good the grain is that I gave them. I mean, I have no research behind it, I have no idea, but I can just tell you how I feel when
Mhm.
I ate the pork that had the grain in it. Awful, 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 awful. And I tried. Okay, I've raised up some of my own chickens here. I still have some of them here. Non-GMO, organic, no corn, no soy, made of peanuts, mostly. Didn't get cracky like the pork. Didn't feel the best. Didn't feel the best. And I realized the more fat that I take in, the better. How am I upping my calories right now? Shoot, I'll go put half a stick of butter in with my steak, and I'll just eat that. I mean, I don't like eggs. An easy way for somebody to up it would be, hey, go eat some eggs. I can't get those down. So I've experimented with a lot of stuff. I started adding in bread, didn't feel good, threw that out. Started doing like a rice kind of bowl thing, didn't feel good, threw that out. So I just went back to my more butter, a chuck steak a day, and I'll have a cheat day on the weekends. Works for
Mhm.
me.
Mhm. Okay, wow. So do you feel like you were able to overcome your cravings, or do you feel like you were addicted to carbs or sugar or anything like that?
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had an addiction before,
Okay.
but if that's what that felt like, then it felt awful. I don't know if it was because I was electrolyte deficient, if it was um, if it was because I didn't have the sugar, if I didn't have the carbs, or just a combination of all of it. You
Mhm.
know, I felt like the the first 2 weeks were just a mental battle. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know what? I said I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it, and you don't quit. And I saw the results. I said I need to make a change. So I did bad stuff to my body, which made me feel good because all the junk food tastes good, right?
Mhm.
And all the cookies and ice cream and whatever. Now it's time for me to suffer from it and get to a state to where my body can feel good again.
Right, right. So you made up your mind and you just went for it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I was thinking about the fact that I'm addicted to certain carbohydrates.
Mm.
If I had a cheat day, I could end up, just binging, going completely off and not being able to get
Oh,
back.
that almost happened on Thanksgiving for me because I went, oh, you know what? This is well, I had a friendsgiving over here, had a whole bunch of people come and they brought. I mean, I lived in Southern California, majority of my life. I moved out here to East Texas almost 4 years ago now, 3.5 years ago. The cooking out here, it's so good, but it's so bad for you.
Yes.
And I
Same
haven't been
cooking.
able to experience a lot of that stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what? The yams, yeah, those got a ton of marshmallows in it. Give me it. I get stuffing, sure, I'm going for it. Gravy, yeah, I'm in. And so I had a Friendsgiving on Monday, and there was a ton of leftovers. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this go to waste. And it's good food. So I ate that on Tuesday. Wednesday, I went back on track. Then Thursday, I went to three different Thanksgivings because everybody around here is inviting me. And I got off the rail again. Pecan pie, apple pie, had coconut pie, all the pies. Um, and I went, oh, Friday, Saturday, I felt it. I do a workout on Saturday mornings. Saturday morning, I went, can't do that. Can't do that again.
Hmm.
It was fun. It was good in the holidays, blah 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 blah. But um, it throws me back into, okay, this doesn't feel good. I'm going to get back on track and just eat the way that I've been eating. It's become a daily habit for me. My fridge is completely empty besides steak and butter, which is it's fun. If I try not to go to the grocery store, but if I have to go to the grocery store, I'm processing my first steers here really, really shortly, or I've gone to the farmer's market and get grass-fed, grass-finished Longhorn. That's when I feel the best. If I have to go to the grocery store, I'm in and out in like literally 3 minutes. So
Hmm.
that's the nice part. It's not, oh, got to go down every aisle, blah, blah, go grab steak, grab butter, gone.
Done. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. So would you consider yourself on the B and E diet or lion diet or,
No, no E, because I don't like the
oh,
eggs.
the eggs, right? Yeah.
Butter and steak.
Okay. That sounds like
That's
lion to me.
about it. I mean, that's hey, it's the BS diet, I guess. I'm just BSing my way through it. If it feels good, hey, I'm in.
Yeah, that's awesome. The no BS diet. Yeah. So, what about non-scale victories?
I mean, uh, I I dunked a basketball for the first time last week. I've
Wow.
never been able to do that. I've been playing. I don't. I played basketball, but I'm not. I didn't play in high school or anything like that. It was just pickup games or whatever. Met some people around here that we play basketball, and I jumped up for a rebound, and I'm like, touch the rim, give me the ball. I dribbled, trying, didn't get the first time, didn't get close the second time, the third time, sure enough, got it in. I went, that's pretty cool. I ran a 5:28 mile. I've ran 2 marathons since doing this.
Wow.
Um, just I feel great. I don't get tired.
Mhm.
It's I have my life back. That's the non-scale victory. I feel like, I have one of those scales that tell you your metabolic age, right? And in May, I turned 30 years old, which kind of freaked me out because that's a big number. Um, and when I jumped on the scale in June, my metabolic age was 36 years old. Right. I don't know how accurate those are, but it's just kind of nice to see. On my 30th birthday, it was 26.
Whoa.
So I think right now it's like 25 or something like that right now. So
Yeah.
like I feel better than I ever have. I shoot the I do, like I said, my workouts and stuff. I can pull ups, push ups, bench press, all the CrossFit stuff. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't really have a problem with the workouts anymore. It's nice. It's fun. It's like, okay. I mean, shoot, there'd be days I go from doing a hardcore workout for an hour, go and play pickleball for 2.5 hours, come home, work on the farm, play, or go put out hay, um, come to the computer, do my work, and then eat my dinner. And
Mhm.
it's just I do it mostly fasted, and that's another big thing is the intermittent fasting. I think because you combine two good things, I feel like, um especially with guys, it helps the HGH level jump up and testosterone levels jump up, which help you put on more muscle, which burn more calories.
Mhm.
um Eating one time a day, I'll do I don't really, I mean, I kind of do it. I don't really do it so too much anymore because I just get too hungry because I'm doing too much. I'll do 2 or 3 day fasts, um just for the fun of it, do some sprints in between. Oh my gosh, like there was a time to where I would go do a 2 day fast, um, run sprints uphill, and do 2 workouts plus go play pickleball and stuff with my friends. And then in 2 days, I'm down like 6 pounds, which is it's nuts. It's
Yeah.
just you stay active, you stay working, you stay doing your thing, and you feel good.
Yes. Have you studied much about autophagy?
A little bit. I mean, that has to do with the intermittent fasting, right? To where you burn more. I feel like between the carnivore diet and the intermittent fasting, your body learns to burn fat as fuel and
Yes.
relies on the fat more than carbs.
Right, right. And the autophagy is where the body absorbs and, like self-destructs the cells that are less than optimum. The
Hmm.
old cells, the tired cells, it absorbs those. And so now what you have left is all the good ones.
That's what I feel like it's
Yeah.
happened. And you know
Mhm.
what? You know what's there's something into it. Another thing that helped me too, and I've talked to a few people about this, is actually I think my cheat days help me. Um, because uh, there's something called a fat whoosh. I don't know if you've heard of that, where if people plateau, a lot of people will it goes big drops and then down, big drops and then down.
Yeah.
um you're losing the fat cells, but your cells are staying the same size because they're retaining water. And when you eat the carbs on on a cheat day, it's a carbohydrate. I don't, like I said, not sciencey or whatever.
Yeah.
It will draw that water out, and it'll help you flush those fat cells. And I mean, it's weird after cheat days where I'll go eat 4,000, 5,000 calories of junk. I'd lose like 3 pounds.
Hmm.
Really.
Interesting. Yeah. Isn't the body a wonderful thing? I mean, it
Hey,
just,
you know what? It heals itself, as long as you
yeah.
take care of it, it takes care of you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It does all these really crazy, intricate, complicated things, and it just does it. You don't have to give it instructions.
Exactly.
So these guys who are, full on carnivore, full on lion or whatever, they're buff. They're huge. What are they doing?
Just eating meat. Shoot, I've seen
They must be
changes in.
working out a lot.
I mean, I imagine so. I mean, I've seen, like my arms and stuff start getting a lot bigger since doing the workouts, because I didn't work out until like April. I really didn't, and then I really started in May with like the CrossFit classes and stuff, and that really helped me. I mean, I can do like 12, 15 pull-ups no problem now, which is
Mm.
like the other day we had to do, it was a different sets, but we had to do 120 of them. And it's like there's no way that I would ever able to do it before. I mean, between my shoulder, even with two bum shoulders, I'm able to do that stuff, and it's pretty crazy. I've gotten so much stronger. I feel so much better. Um, I've put on a lot of muscle. I have. Well, and you know what? I actually feel like I lost some when I was losing the weight. I felt like I lost probably 20 pounds of muscle, to be honest with you, because I used to be able to push hay bales around. That's my that's kind of my
Those big round ones.
yeah.
Wow.
You mean it's you got to rock them and you got to push them and stuff.
Yeah.
And for a while there, I wasn't able to do that. I'd get tired really quickly because I didn't have the reserves to draw upon.
Mm.
But now I'm back to where I can push those around easier than I did before.
So basically what you're saying there is that the body it changed, it transformed, it stopped doing one thing and it shifted over to another thing. Now you're strong again, but
Yeah,
it's coming from a different
it's like
place.
this. Yeah, it's a transformation that it's really weird. It's really weird. It's just like, I don't. I mean, do I get cravings? Do I want a cookie every once in a while? Yeah, but I can put that off till Saturday. I
Hmm.
have no problem with that. And it's like, okay, after Saturday, so if I go real bad, like Sunday, I'll sit around, won't eat all day, watch football, and just hang out
Hmm.
and do a fast. And next thing you know, it balances out because what it comes down to. I mean, just a weight loss perspective, it's calories in, calories out, but from a health perspective, it's about nutrient density
Yeah.
and what those calories are. And shoot, I the with the steak, it's the most nutrient dense thing that you can possibly eat, and I just feel like Superman all the time now.
What about sleep? Are you able to sleep okay?
Yeah, I sleep fine. Oh, I sleep great. I get deeper sleep. I go to bed about 1:30, get up around 6, 7 ish, something like that. So do I get 8 hours? No, but do I need it? Nah, I'm good to go. I've never really had a problem sleeping, but I just do feel better.
Right, right. Yeah, I found that I had so much energy that I wasn't sleeping well. I need to do more in the day, like do more activity in the
Oh
day
yeah.
in order to be able to sleep because
That's
I'm
why
just,
I'm running around doing everything. I'm never home. I'm always outside. I'm never in the house. There's rooms in my house that I haven't been in like 2 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I have that room there. I should go in there, but I don't want to because I want to keep moving.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. It's so amazing. I'm over 60 and I tell you, I feel like I felt when I was back 35,
That's
just so
awesome.
much energy and no pain anywhere, everything works great. Just trip up the stairs and get in the house and, just do whatever I'm doing and don't even think about it anymore. Instead of like, oh, I hope I don't fall, you know, forget about that. That's not.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. So why did you start your channel?
Well, I started it back March of 2020. And I was just doing stuff around the farm. I was just showing because, I moved from Southern California out here to East Texas, and I wanted to be able to show like my friends and family kind of what I was doing, and hey, if I'm able to sell a steer or two off of it, cool. Um, but something different, and everybody's in lockdown, so everybody's sitting around watching TV, watching something. So hey, why not try and give them something to watch?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then so you just switched over then from the farm or you're
Well,
still.
yeah, yeah, to a degree. I mean, I said I'm gonna do a farm video once a month for sure. That way I can, yeah, it's my passion. I'm doing stuff differently. It's all against the grain. If you go talk to a regular rancher that's been doing it for 50 years, they'll tell me that I'm an idiot, but
Hmm.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, I can take my Longhorn steers, which are they're the least touched by man, if you want to call it, to where they're not producing 100-pound babies hurting the moms. They're not just big blobs of fat that they're it's the industry. It's bigger, fatter, cheaper, whole all the bad stuff. Um, the Longhorns were made by Texas because they got out and they were actually the first cattle over here. They came from on Christopher Columbus's second voyage. They actually got out and they didn't have the big horns like they normally do. Now they started out little, but there was wolves out here, there was bears and stuff. So the ones with the longer horns survived. So they started getting longer and longer and longer,
Wow.
and that's how the Texas Longhorns became the Texas Longhorns.
Wow.
Um, so it's a little bit of a leaner meat, so that's why I do like to add the butter. But nutrient density wise, through the roof. Grass, the grasses that they eat a bigger diversity of grasses. They'll eat weeds that other cows won't touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I move them, every couple days with an electric fence to where I'm rebuilding the soil, making the grasses grow back better. No antibiotics, no chemicals, no nonsense, no BS. Well, a lot of BS, but no BS.
Yeah.
But it's it's different, and that's why I started it doing I raise the chickens out here my way on pasture rather than in a confinement chicken house, because my God, that is so bad for you. And some people will say, oh, you can come on here and eat spam and you'll still get the benefits from it. It's like, no,
Yeah.
no. Go get your grass fed, go get your grass finished. It's funny. The USDA actually took away the term grass fed, like the standards for it, because at every point, there's a calf born to the mom, which is usually eating grass. So they used to have a standard 90 days on grass for it to be called grass fed.
Hmm.
That's every single cow, because the way that it works is, they're on grass for 6-9 months, and then they go to a feedlot. That's where they get the corn and soybeans, and that's where they get all fat.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes a difference if you can go grass fed, grass finished, buy from a local rancher, you help out your community, and you'll save a whole lot of money doing it that way, and it's better for you in the long run, and you have food security too. Just go get a
Right.
freezer.
Right. Right. Do you sell meat? Do you sell like half a cow
Yeah,
or you do?
yeah.
Okay. Please email me that information and I'll put it in the description when
Oh,
I
yeah.
share
Oh,
this
awesome.
because
Thank you.
everybody's always looking for sources of good.
Yeah, we'll sell by wholes and halves right now.
Hmm.
and it comes out cheaper than you would at the store with the for the stuff that is all processed and all grain finished.
Right, right. My sister and my brother-in-law own some Longhorns. They
Really
own about 15, I guess. They have a small farm, just not
cool.
very big. Um, but they have got some really nice cows.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting that you're growing Longhorns
Mhm.
because they've got Longhorns too. Yeah, that's amazing.
They're the
So
best.
yeah, so how many cows do you have?
35, 36 right
Okay.
now. I got a baby coming mama's about the calf maybe tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cows, horses, llamas. I've had sheep here. I've had pigs, ducks, geese, dogs, cats. E-I-E-I-O.
Right, right. Yeah. So, is there anything else you can think of that you would like to share before we wind up? This has been
Oh,
awesome. I really
um, just if the first 2 weeks are going to be hard.
mm,
The first 2 weeks are going to be hard. You know what? And the thing is that you have to understand that you put yourself in that position if you need to, if you need to drop a bunch of weight, and it's on you to, it's just about being mentally tough,
yeah,
and just saying, I'm not going to quit. Because the only way that you fail is if you quit.
right.
So you just, one foot in front of the other, take it day by day. Yeah, it's gonna suck. People saying, "Oh, you know what? I can't be, I can't be dragging my feet at work. I can't be feeling bad at work. Blah blah blah." Get a vacation. Go take 2 weeks off. Go lock yourself in your house,
Mhm.
and go get yourself right. Because I'm not gonna use my vacation to go do that. Why not? You'll have a bunch more vacations on the back end. You'll feel a lot better. You'll be able to do a lot more you
Yeah,
know you can make excuses, or you can do something for yourself. You can't do both.
yeah.
So you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, are you happy with that? If yes, okay, cool, go do your thing. I'll
Hmm.
outlive you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do you still take electrolytes or did you ever do electrolytes?
No,
No.
no. And another thing too, don't drink your calories.
Mm,
Here's a couple things. All these, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Oh, keto friendly this, keto friendly that, and keto carnivore kind of close, blah blah blah, right? If it comes in plastic that's not, like meat, don't buy it. If you can buy it in the middle of the grocery store, don't do it.
yeah.
Don't drink soda, don't drink Gatorade, watch your coffee stuff, blah blah blah. My little cheat, especially because it's starting to get cold now, is I'll have some hot chocolate, but I've been doing, like, I kind of do a carnivore friendly hot chocolate. It's only a little bit. It's like a little espresso shot for me now, because I'll
Mhm.
get some dark baker's chocolate because it's got like 5 calories in it. Go get some heavy whipping cream or heavy cream, just a little bit of it because there's a ton of calories in that.
Mhm.
Heat it up, mix it up, drink it down, and I've had my little, there's maybe a tiny bit of sugar in there. Have just a little bit of a fix, and it's cool. But oh, it's diet, Gatorade, or it's Coke Zero. It's like, remember, 75% of your body's water. So go drink water. It's not that hard. It's some people. Oh, I don't like the taste of water. What? You're doing something wrong. You're dehydrated. You're when you're dehydrated, you get hungry because your
Yes.
body's saying, "Hey, I need something, and I don't know what it is. So give me anything, and hopefully it'll work itself out." Go. What's the saying? Half your body weight in ounces a day minimum.
Hmm. Yeah. I drink so much
Shoot,
water.
I
Yeah.
drink like 3 of these a day.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I love that idea with the dark baker's chocolate because there's almost no sugar in that at all.
Yeah,
What I do is I do my carnivore tea, which is about 2 tablespoons of butter, a little bit of electrolyte for kind of a little saltiness, and then I put boiling water in there, and then I put an immersion blender down there and foam it all up.
interesting.
But sometimes, once in a while, okay, confession's good for the soul. I will put in a teaspoon of dark cocoa powder
Cool.
in
That's
that.
good.
When I blend that, then it's like hot chocolate, right?
Yeah.
There's no milk or even cream in it, but the butter, whips it up. And that is really satisfying to me. It isn't sweet. It isn't sweet at
Oh.
all, but there's something about it. And I can see how melting a square of that, that really tough chocolate.
Well, it's the powder. It's the powder.
Oh, it's a powder.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I guess
100
we're
or
doing pretty much the
100%
same.
cacao kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
shoot, I just get the Hershey's. I try and find the Ghirardelli because it tastes a little bit better to me, but hey,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard to find. There's only so much you can find out here in rural country.
Yeah, yeah, I totally get that. I'm in rural Florida, which is cow country, by the way. I've got cows in the
Wow,
back, cows in the front,
cool.
all over the place. But they're not Longhorns. They're the dark black ones. I don't know what those are
Mm,
called, but
Angus, yeah, like Angus.
yeah, yeah, Angus, right, right. Okay, well, thank you so much, Ryan. This has been really a lot of fun. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. I mean, have me back anytime.
Okay, awesome. I sure will.
All
Take
right.
care
You
now.
have a great one.
You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.